Western. The Boy Downstairs. That's about, yeah, I do kind of remember that movie. Um, uh, Diana moves back to New York City after a few years abroad and finds the perfect Brooklyn apartment and a fresh start. Yet on the first night of her new home, she discovers that her ex-boyfriend, Matthew Shear, lives in the apartment below hers. An awkward reunion, yes. Diana proclaims her intentions for a genuine friendship, but old wounds are open, and they are forced to confront their true nature. I don't know about that one. That looks kind of, I don't know. I guess it depends on the acting there. Yeah, we'll talk about Red Sparrow in a minute, because that'll be coming up. The Boy Downstairs. And this is, that's the one we just talked about. Dang it. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that movie, though, Lori. The Secret of Rain and Lightning. The Housemaid, that's came out. And that movie is about, it's a forbidden passion awakes vengeful spirits within, maybe this one, I don't know. Forbidden passion awakes vengeful spirits within a haunted mansion in this blood-curdling, erotic tour de force Vietnam, 1953. A poor orphaned young woman finds employment as a housemaid in a crumbling rubble plantation. That might be interesting. Are we now? Yeah, we're still here. We better be. I'm still here. Nothing's changed as far as I know. So that's called, okay, yep. Again? Why does it do that? That's really annoying. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's really annoying. I have no idea because I don't even know what's happening because it's kind of going. The time is the same and everything's going like it was. Nothing's changed on my end. That's so annoying. That's called The Housemaid, by the way. On or Up, we talked about. Yeah, that's so annoying. Looking Glass, that looks really good. Poop Talk. Who wants to go see a movie about poop? Would you go see that? Come on now. I've learned enough through the years. Thank you very much, Poop Talk. Oh my God. That's just wrong. The Monkey King. Detective K. Secret of the Living Dead came out. That's February. That came out today. I want to see what this is about because I've not even heard of this one. When a series of unusual murders occurs, Detective K and his partner are once again called upon to solve the case. Along the way, he teams up with a beautiful woman with amnesia, and together they discover vampire bite marks on all the bodies. And as they investigate further, they begin to realize the woman is somehow closely connected to the deaths. Might be interesting, a good murder mystery type thing. That's Detective K. Excuse me, I gotta get something to drink. It's crazy weather, my sinuses, I want to rip them out of my face. So those are the movies that open today. Let's see what movies are upcoming. And that is so annoying when it goes to a new feed. I don't understand that at all. I really don't, because I have no sense of it whatsoever. Excuse me. Can y'all hear me? Are you still there? God, this really Anybody here? Anybody here? Anybody out there? I just get so aggravated with this. I don't understand why it does that. It didn't do it last night, thank God. I don't know why it's doing it today. Coming soon, Game Night. That looks interesting with Jason Bateman. Rachel McAdams. That movie looks great. That looks like a great fun movie. Annihilation. Jennifer Jason Leigh is in it. It's based on best-selling Southern Reach trilogy. Annihilation stars Natalie Portman, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Gina Rodriguez, and Oscar Isaac. And this movie is that'll be coming up. When is that coming out? Dang it, what is going on? Okay. It's so annoying. I am so sorry. I don't understand because I'm still on the same one, at least at my end. I have no idea. 98% want to see this. And it's called Annihilation. That looks really good, actually. It's action, adventure, drama, sci-fi, fantasy. That looks really good. So, that'll be coming up. I apologize because I don't understand why it does that. I really don't. Game Night, February 23rd, Annihilation, February. This is next Friday. This comes out. Game Night looks really hilarious. Like to see that every day. Maria Bello is in it. And let's see. It's based on an acclaimed New York Times bestseller. It tells the story of Rhiannon, a 16-year-old girl who falls in love with a mysterious soul named A, who inhabits a different body every day. Feeling an unmatched connection, Rhiannon and A work each day to find each other, not knowing what or who the next day will bring. Interesting. Okay, thank you, Jasmine, for letting me know. They don't know what or who the next day will bring. The more the two fall in love, the more realities of loving someone who is a different person every 24 hours takes a toll. Yeah, I guess. That would be kind of creepy, actually, if you ask me. So that's coming out next week. That's kind of a strange one. That's called Every Day. Mute is coming out. Alexander Skarsgård is in it. We all know who that is, don't we? Berlin, the future, but close enough to feel familiar in this loud, often brutal cities. Alexander Skarsgård, unable to speak from a childhood accident, searches for his missing girlfriend, the love of his life, his salvation, through dark streets, frenzied plazas, and the full spectrum of the city's shadow dwellers. As he seeks answers, Leo finds himself mixed up with Paul Rudd, who is Cactus Bill, and Duck, Justin Theroux, a pair of irreverent U.S. Army surgeons on a mission all their own. Looks rather good, sounds rather good. Guess we'll wait and see how that pans out. Alexander Skarsgård, yes, that should be interesting. So that's called Mute. That looks really good. Death House next Friday. The Curse comes out next Friday. Death House, during an exclusive tour, a power breakdown inside a secret prison known as Death House sends two agents fighting through a labyrinth of horrors while being pursued by a ruthless army of roaming inmates. As they fight to escape, the agents push towards the lowest depths of the facility where they learn a supernatural group of evil beings are their only chance for survival. That is called, guys, Death House. That looks pretty good, actually. That might be one I might go see. There's another one called The Cursed coming out next week. There's like a bunch of these movies coming out next week. What is the deal here, people? So Death House comes out next week. The Cured, I'm sorry. The Cured, Ellen Page, Sam Keeley. The Lodgers. That might be interesting. Let's see what that one's about. It's a gothic horror tale. It's called The Lodgers. Family curse confines orphan twins to their home as punishment for their ancestors' sins. Bound to the rules of a haunting childhood lullaby, the twins must never let any outsiders into the house. They must be in their rooms by the chime of midnight and must never ever be separated from one another. Breaking any of these three rules will incur the wrath of a sinister presence that inhabits the house after midnight. While Edward is committed to this ill-fated life, he's becoming more unhinged due to the fact that Rachel is not. Rachel grows skeptical and begins to rebel. That's called The Lodgers. So that looks interesting. So that also comes out next week. So we got a couple horror genre movies coming out next week. Are We Not Cats? That's a movie coming out next week, not that I know of. Half Magic comes out. The Chamber. And we'll talk more about these next week too. But those are some of them coming out next week. The Red Sparrow. That should be coming out. When is that coming out? So some of those sound really interesting. Let me see about the Red Sparrow. Excuse me. Rain to snow, back to rain and 60 degrees. This weather is just insane. Here in Ohio, you're totally nuts. Okay. This one comes out. I'm going to know when it comes out. It tells me about it. Bum, 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 bum. Red Sparrow. March 2nd, guys. Red Sparrow comes out in 2 weeks, March 2nd. That looks really good, though. I think that's a great vehicle type of movie for her. So that's March 2nd. It comes out. So stay tuned for that. We'll probably talk about more of that next week, but it looks really good. Really, really good. Okay, Laura, you go on to bed. Yeah, me too, actually. Wasn't supposed to work, but we got 2 people out again. One for about a month. I don't know if I found you. Don't know. I haven't moved. I can't go to another feed without starting over. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, go ahead, Laura. You go on to bed.